Most speakers lose their audience not in the middle of their talk, but perhaps in the last 2 minutes. The ending of your talk should be a launch pad for your audience to take action on, and not a simple exit strategy for you or a soft landing. So let me give you 3 powerful ways to end your talk in a way that not only makes you more memorable, but also helps your audience take action on what you've given them. Welcome to Speak Like It Matters. I'm Sheila, your go-to speaking strategist. If you want to know how to speak with more clarity, confidence, and credibility. And on this channel, I help you ditch the generic, really master the art of connection, and create talks that people actually remember. Now, before we jump in, I want to invite you to join me for this month's workshop called Sticky Messages. And in this power-packed hour, I will teach you the simple formula for creating talks that people don't just hear, but actually remember and take action on. So if this is something that you're interested in, you can register at speaklikeitmatters.com/workshop, or you can also find the link below this video. Step number 1 in creating a powerful ending is to stop the Disney ending. You don't want to end your talk with, well, that's my story, and thank you for listening. I hope you found it inspirational. Or perhaps saying something like, well, in conclusion, I trust that you found this helpful. Or perhaps thanking the host for having you on as a speaker. The reason why you don't want to end like that is because it really shuts the door for your audience. It leaves people inspired, perhaps, but really nothing to act on. People will not take the time to figure out what they should do with your message, what kind of action they should take after listening to you talk. So inspiration without direction disappears really, really fast and leaves your audience hanging and confused. So instead, you want to end with an open loop, something unresolved that keeps rolling in their mind until they find something to do about it. Now, I know this is contradictory to what I said in last week's video when we were talking about the opening of a talk, where when you open a loop, you want to make sure that you actually close it, which is true for an opening of a talk. You don't want to leave people hanging because then they're distracted during your talk trying to close that loop in their mind. But at the end of your talk, it works really, really well because it makes people continue to reflect and find solutions for what you have called them to do. So here's an example. If you were talking about leadership, perhaps during your talk, you could say something like, tomorrow, when you walk into work, someone's deciding if your leadership is worth following. What will they see? Good question. Something to think about, something to ponder. So that's a great way to end your talk. The second great way to end your talk is to give one action and not 20. Ending with a long checklist of takeaways, that's just overwhelms people. And when we're overwhelmed with it, we take no action. And living in an age where we're already distracted and we have so much to do, where we don't even remember our Starbucks order, unless you're like me and you only want strong black coffee, perhaps. But the bottom line is that people are not going to take the time to take action on something that is a long to-do list. So instead, give them one simple, doable next step. Here's an example. Before you go to bed tonight, write down your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. That's perhaps if you were speaking on productivity. That's one small action. It creates confidence in people when they take that action, which in return creates momentum. It's like a domino effect. The third and final step in creating a powerful ending is to end with their story and not yours. Ending with your mic drop line about yourself is not really transformational. That's kind of like performance. That's more about ego and getting a good clap and admiration. Here's what you want to do instead. Put the spotlight back on them. Just a couple of days ago, I was watching a TED Talk where the presenter was talking about the difference between, as speakers, seeking the spotlight or being a lighthouse. A lighthouse shines the light on others, and that's what we want to be as speakers. I don't want the spotlight. I don't crave the spotlight. I want to make sure that I'm there to help serve the audience. So you could end with something like this. Well, you've heard my story. But the story that matters most now is yours. What will you do to write your next chapter? This is what transforms inspiration into ownership in the mind of your audience. Okay, so let's recap real quick what we talked about. The 3 powerful ways to use to end your talk. First, stop the Disney ending and create open loops. Drop the laundry list, give one simple action, and don't center it around you, but center it around them. Now, here's your dream to done action step. Go back to the last talk, presentation, or perhaps meeting you led, and rewrite your ending if it's necessary using one of these 3 strategies. And try it out. I promise you, when you apply these strategies, they work. And don't forget, if you want to craft a full talk in a way that actually sticks in people's minds, come and join me for the Sticky Messages workshop. You can sign up at speaklikeitmatters.com/workshop. Thanks for spending your last few minutes with me. If this helped, hit subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And remember, your voice, story, and message are needed. So speak like it matters. Okay, friend, see you next time.